What's up, guys? So we're back yet again doing another Madea movie, and today we're going to be going over Madea Homecoming. Now, again, I think this is supposed to be the so-called last one before Destination Wedding, which is again what I just literally did a review on, and we're going to be talking about that here today. So the entirety of this movie is again we have Madea returning, and we have where she is expecting her whole family, her daughter's coming, her granddaughter, and her granddaughter's friend, and her great grandson who's graduating from college, his best friend, and among others. And so what happens is they're getting ready for this going on, and there's a lot of comedy in here because you have where her great grandson Tim shows up with his best friend Davy when a lot of things are going crazy because of a lot of the tension that's going on because of previous events. And then you have where Laura, who is the granddaughter of Medea, show up, and again there's a lot of tension going on in this movie, man, because you have where Davi's family comes from Ireland, and they're saying, okay, well, once he's done with college, the deal was that he's going to go back. So we get to meet Miss Brown in here, and that was hilarious. That was hilarious. We see Bam again. We see a few others. Now, again, there was a lot of tension that rises when Tim's father shows up and how he treated Laura and everything of that nature, and you can see Davi don't like it, and it's already kind of putting things together what's going on, and we find out that Sylvia, her so-called best friend, was apparently already getting with him before they got divorced, and even when they got divorced, and is with him now, and they're planning on being together. And there's a lot more tension rises through the movie as Tim reveals, oh, he's gay, and then it later gets reveals after a fight breaks out between Davi and Laura's ex that Davi and Laura has been seeing each other for the past 2 years, and that wasn't really too surprising. Again, you could see with the way that he was really defending Laura and the way he was defending even Tim and everyone else, like, like basically saying that his Tim's father was a piece of crap, and he was. It's one of those where you did all this and yet you come around, everything's fine. And Medea's even saying like you need to leave, and he doesn't, even though she threatens him more than once, and that was hilarious. Between the backyard scene and the kitchen scene, that was hilarious. Or when Mrs. Brown got high off of gummies because she oh my gosh, dude, it was funny. Again, I don't like the character Mr. Brown. He's just an idiot. I mean, he's just an all out moron. And again, I know that's probably part of his character, but again, I just don't like him. It was more funny when he caught himself on fire in the beginning, and Medea had to put him out, and Joe had to get a light for his cigarette or his blunt or whatever. That was hilarious. And then we see where Mrs. Brown got so high on the gummies that Medea's like, oh, this and that. And again, this movie was funny. I did enjoy myself. I did. Um, I will say again, in a lot of Tyler Perry movies, he mixes a lot of stuff of not only real life issues but also family issues, and that's probably the reason why a lot of people gravitate toward these films, which I can understand why. And again, I'm not saying this is a bad movie. I'm not saying that. There was a few corny parts, I will admit that, but overall, it was still a very funny movie. Again, I would say Tyler Perry brought it yet again as Medea, because again, Medea is a very legendary icon now at this point in this day and age for a lot of people that know about Medea, because before then I knew who Medea was. I knew who Medea was. I knew who the character was. I knew who Tyler Perry was. I just never really watched these films. I was never really too interested in these films. And then when I started watching them, there was a lot of them I found funny. Now again, all of them so far, I like the Halloween ones more, a little bit better than the other ones. That's just me personally. Now, again, I'm going to be planning on probably watching more of the Tyler Perry movies of Medea at some point. I don't know when, but I will at some given point, and I will be doing a review on those, just like I'm doing a review on this one, and I did on my last one as well. Now, again, if you have any, I would say, suggestions that you wanna go ahead and put down for me, but like, hey, check this one out, check this one out if you haven't seen it. Look it up on my channel on what I have reviewed for Medea or what I haven't reviewed for Medea. That way, it kind of distinguishes what I need to still watch and what I haven't watched yet, or what I have and what my thoughts are on it. But if you guys have seen Homecoming, let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments. Again, this has been out for a couple years. It's not, I would say, too much of, oh, you're talking about spoilers, but again, you clicked on the video, so that's on you, not me. But overall, I think this movie was very hilarious. There was scenes in here that had me laughing for a good while, and then there were scenes in here that made me just shake my head and go, really? But overall, I would still say a very funny movie. Good message at the end, as well as also what happened. Because Dobby does get Laura. Tim forgives everybody. He comes out even during his speech, which again, I'm gonna say this now. He had a speech, Tim does, and I found that to be, again, I see the reason why they had it in there to prove a point, but at the same time, it was one of those like, dude, really, you have to air out your laundry like that. That I just found really stupid. It's one of those, bro, don't need to air out your damn laundry everywhere to where everyone's got to hear you and either feel sorry or proud of you. It should just be your family and your friends. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. But overall, guys, what'd you think of this movie? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? What was your overall opinion about it? Let me know down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you as always on the next one.